Guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. It's winter because I decided it's winter. I looked it up and winter isn't until December 21st, which sounds fake and I don't believe it. So it's winter right now, and that's why we're doing the winter 2021 seasonal polish picks. I control the weather now. Okay, so this is like the first time in like a gajillion years that I've really felt truly like I want to be in the Christmas spirit. I'm not feeling like total Grinch mode over here, although I do love Jim Carrey's Grinch. I don't know if it's because I'm finally in like a place that's big enough where I could finally decorate since I moved away to college. I'm not gonna do that, but I could if I wanted to. I did put up the Christmas tree. There are no ornaments on it, but I did put it up. We're getting there, progress. And I did put all the presents under there because I am done Christmas shopping. Everything's wrapped. I have been done since early November because I'm anxious like that. But I don't know, it's just when I was a kid, we used to do these massive extended Christmases with both sides of the family. And as people grew up and got married and had kids and just moved far away, it just became less and less feasible. And now we don't really do too much, and it's kind of hard to feel hype, And my boyfriend's family, they don't really celebrate Christmas. Their Christmas is not the same in Korea as it is in the West. And so we go hard on New Year's for them, and it's just like something that for the past 6 or so years, I've just had more focused on New Year's, but this year we're doing Christmas, okay? We're doing Christmas in this house, and it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be festive, and everyone's gonna wear a Santa hat. I don't have any, but we're gonna get those. But yeah, so that is kind of the emotions that I was channeling when I was picking these colors. And so you're gonna see more classic Christmas than I probably emulated last year. It's just really what I was feeling was the traditional classic Christmas that I grew up with as a kid. So as per usual, 8 polishes, 1 topper, and the point of this video is not to tell you you have to go buy these 8 plus 1, so 9 polishes. It's to look in your collection and maybe get inspired yourself. Are these colors, like the reason I'm picking these colors, do they inspire you in the same way? Do you have a similar color? Do you have a similar finish, maybe in a different shade? Can you make it work for this season? This is more about shopping our own stash than it is about going and shopping online or in the store, because I have a lot of polishes. I really don't need any more. I say this all the time. I know I don't need them. I just enjoy them. But I don't want to make anybody else feel like they need to buy. And so this is my suggestion to you, that it's like, if you have these polishes, awesome. If you have something similar to these polishes, that's great too. And I hope that, this inspires you a little bit to make your own little seasonal polish picks. Okay, I've rambled about all that enough. Now it's time to ramble about nail polish. I'm gonna scoot out of the way so that I can have space to put my swatches. Number 1 is Celebrity. I just hyped up this in my green video, but honestly, this is such a good Christmas polish. There's something about like the texture of it, it's the perfect Christmas tree texture. And I know this because when I put up my Christmas tree, a bunch of the fake needles fell off and they're all over my floor and they look similar to this polish. I need to vacuum. But it's got that perfect texture, and this color of green, I don't know, it just reminds me of when I look at maybe like vintage or older photos of like ads for Christmas time and stuff like that. This kind of a green just really stands out to me. I feel like this is the perfect classic Christmas green, but it's wrapped up in a very modern, cool, and interesting finish. So if you don't have Celebrity, I can't suggest anything that's similar to this. However, China Glaze is a low price point if this is one you're interested in. But if anybody does know of a similar polish that might be a dupe for this, let me know down in the comments so that we can share that information with everybody. Now for my second pick, of course, we need a classic Christmas red to go with our vintagey green. I feel like these go together color-wise really well. I'm not sure how the finishes would look together, but this red, it just came out in the Holo Taco Christmas collection, and it is called Naughty List. It is jam-packed with glitter. It is just like overflowing with hollow glitter. It just is glitter, I guess. It's a hollow glitter polish. But it reminds me of, again, those classic Christmas ads, but you know those kind of cheap round ornaments that are pretty fragile. You could probably just crush it if you squeezed it. And they're just coated in cheap glitter that it gets all over your hands when you're trying to hang the ornaments on the Christmas tree. That's kind of what this reminds me of. It's gaudy, but in the best kind of way, in the most seasonal holiday spirit kind of gaudiness you can get. And so this is definitely a great one to wear for the winter season. Of course, I have a couple of creams in here. I recently received some PR from Moxie. It's a new brand on the market. They're going to go, I think, full launch next year. But this red, I was so shocked that of the ones they sent me, this was my favorite. I kind of had written it off when they sent it to me because I don't wear a lot of reds. I just hate removing them, which is the main reason. But I put this on and I was like, oh my gosh. I think I even said in the video, Forever Yummy by Essie was my favorite candy apple, like candy coat kind of red. This knocked it out of the park. This completely replaced it. I'm obsessed with this one. I don't know if I said the name. It's called Truth. But this is going to be perfect for all of you who go to like holiday parties or like, you know, work events around this time. I'm not sure how many people are going to be having those this year. I'm sure that there's some more compared to last year. So I just picture this with like somebody in all black, like an all black dress, you know, and red lips to match. And it's just like that classic, like match your lips to your nails kind of a thing. Just really stands out without being over the top, like boom, like the glitters that I just showed you. It's like a statement without being too like, look at me, you know? And that's what I love about this kind of a red, where it's just like that classic statement red, and you can really get away with it almost anywhere. This one is probably gonna be out of left field for a lot of people if you've never celebrated Advent. For Advent, there is every week leading up to Christmas 4 candles that you light. 3 of them are a dark purple, and one is this, depending on the set you buy, pinky lavendery color. And this is the color that I remember lighting when I was a kid. This one is Orly's Kaleidoscope Eyes, and it's the 3rd candle that you light the 3rd week, and it's just supposed to represent joy and happiness and things like that. And so it doesn't seem like this would be a classic Christmas color to most, but for me as a kid, this played a huge part in Christmas. And last year I did throw in kind of a deeper purple to represent those purple calendars, but this year, I don't know, the 3rd candle, the joy candle, is really what's on my mind, and so that is why I picked this one. This one's probably not going to be for everybody. It is kind of a strange pick for a Christmas collection, but like I said, it does hold a specific place in, you know, my history and my Christmases, so that's why I picked this one. Next, we have China Glaze Since 1969. This is a kind of gunmetal blue-gray glitter, and in between Christmas and New Year's and after New Year's, there aren't like a lot of holidays that personally I celebrate, and we didn't really growing up either. And so those kind of felt like kind of moodier or boring or just kind of like sad times, because it's like, oh, Christmas is over. You know, you were so hyped up for so long leading up to it, and then it's done. And you kind of have that like emotional fallout of the holidays being over. And so you just feel a little bit sad. And so I picked kind of a couple moodier colors to kind of reflect that, because I know I always feel like that around the holiday season. And it's just this perfect combo of this kind of like darker color, but it's bright in a fun way. It's got all these like silver glitters running through that gunmetal base. And so even though it is like kind of a sadder color or like a sadder color, I feel like it has that fun twist that really keeps it interesting. So it's like, I'm gonna let myself be sad, but I'm gonna be happy about it. You know what I mean? Okay, and then similarly, but in the cream vein, we have Zoya's Tommy. And this one, it's more blue leaning, but I feel like it's still got that like dusky kind of gray tone running through it. And I just love a blue leaning gray or a gray leaning blue, or however you want to put it. And I think that this is a nice subtle way to get the same mood across as you would with this. I know they look different, but it's just, I feel similar feelings when I look at both of these, you know? And if you do want something kind of in between the two, I feel like Zoya's Darby, it looks almost exactly the same. However, so on the top is Tommy and on the bottom is Darby. And you can see they're pretty much exactly the same color. It's just that Darby has this shimmer, this really fine, really subtle shimmer running through it. And so honestly, you could go either way. This is a 2-for-1, by the way. You could go either way with these and have a pretty similar effect. I guess it just depends on, do you want the shimmer or do you want the cream? So cream is Tommy, shimmer is Darby. And then I have another cream for you. This is Holo Taco's See Y'all Later Chai. This came out in the Fall Tea Creams collection. This is honestly just like the perfect chunky cable knit sweater color. I probably said that in the review video as well. But here in Michigan, this kind of chunky cable knit runs rampant in the holiday season. It is, you know, everyone's favorite thing to wear. I see women wearing like this tone of sweater, cable knit, and they got like the black leggings and the Ugg boots to match, and then like one of those like pom-pom hats. I think that's kind of a common look around these parts. And this just really emulates that feeling to me. It's a nice warm chai brown color. It feels very cozy. It feels like you're like warmed up sitting curled in front of a fireplace drinking a cup of tea or hot cocoa or something like that. Does anybody else just have nail polish tell a story to them, or am I just like a little bit off? Like, let me know. But yeah, I just really liked this color so unexpectedly from that collection, and I just think that this is definitely a year-round brown. Okay, this is like a year-round color, but I just feel like I can justify it in different ways in every season, and this season it's chunky cable knit sweater. And then the last full coverage polish that I have for you guys is Cirque's Crushed Ice. You know, you had to have the traditional like New Year ball drop color in here, right? So this one is really cool because it's got that hollow silver glitter, but I don't quite know if it's all glitter. Like, I think that there's some fine glitters running through here, but then it also looks like there's some micro shards of like hollow flakies. And so it has a very cool textured look. And even like photographing it is kind of hard because reflective polishes with a lot of depth like this, they are really hard for my camera to focus on. It's just, there's so many layers, there's so much light bouncing back that it's really hard to get a good photo. But I gotta tell you, in real life, this is so cool. It's very reflective. When it says crushed ice, like, yeah, it has that like uneven crushed look when you have a bunch of crushed ice and everything is like a different size and shape and texture within the cup. Like it does look that way texture wise, but color wise it is just the hollowest silver. It's perfect for a New Year's manicure, and so I'll probably wear this for New Year's Eve. Okay, and then lastly we have our topper, and this one is a little bit of a weird choice because I really like this polish. This is Butter London's Doily, but I don't entirely know how to use it. I feel like it is a really interesting concept. It's called Doily. It's got a bunch of like skinny bar glitters and then the hexagon glitters in, it looks like 3 or 4 sizes. And it's supposed to kind of look like a doily. And it's in this very light pink jelly base. And I think that's where the problem is for me, because layering this over any dark color, the base is a little bit milky and it's going to obscure it a little bit. And I'm in my swatch, I have it over 4 different colors. So I layered it over Holo Taco's One Coat Black, and you can see the milkiness of the base. It really obscured it, and it just kind of makes it look weird. It's not quite right. And what I want from this is to look like that chunkier snowfall that you get on those like kind of blizzardy days. And so then I thought, well, it's got that pink base. Let me throw it over white. So I threw it over not milky white. And you can't really see the pink of the base, and it just washes out those glitters. So I said, all right, that's a no-go. But then I thought, well, what if I layered it over a very sheer polish? So it's like I give my nail that kind of blurred effect of the sheer polish, but I still get to see all the glitters poking through from the doily color. So I grabbed OPI's Bubble Bath and I layered it over that, and I felt like I put one coat of Bubble Bath, and then I put the second coat to be Butter London's doily, and the color of the base seems to match, or it doesn't really obscure the color of Bubble Bath enough so that they don't clash, and then you can really clearly see the glitters. And I think that is probably my favorite way now to wear this. I think it looks really nice. And then of course I just put it on its own on one nail, and I think it would be fine to wear like that if you had pretty short nails, or if you didn't care about visible nail line, but you will definitely see visible nail line even with 2 coats of this. And it does look cool on its own, but I think that the coolest way for me is over a sheer polish that kind of matches your skin tone. Like, give yourself some mannequin hands and then throw this over the top, and it just looks like it's been snowing on your cute little nails. So that's going to be it for my winter seasonal polish picks. Let me know down below if you have anything similar on your to wear list this season, or if you have any ideas for dupes for any of these polishes. I love when we all share in the comments so that we can help save each other some money and things like that. You know, if you've already got these in your collection, then you're golden. It's great. But yeah, let me know down below your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.